obstacles from Shu, who's eliminated a key position for him. But there are more walls that he can hide behind. Not one in front of Creo, though. Here comes the hypercharge super in from Poco on the left side. Chovy's forced to retreat. You see Creo and Meshi now trying to come in for the flank. Battleman survives for a while under the hyper melody, but cannot do it all the way. No stun there from Creo, but he does get control on this point. Niwa are still trailing, though. Creo's being much more careful this time about feeding these supers and hypercharges to Battleman, but this is only going to last so long. Chovy trying also to do his job, but taken down by Melty for the two-piece in close range.
That's what you want to see if you're Rejects. That was looking like a very, very bad time on that spawn side, but they came out smelling of roses. And now the hypercharge from Shu, look at the amount of healing that man is bringing in. And Batman on the right-hand side gets some tremendous amount of splash. They're staying firm on his own. 10% and Creo can't even get tested. He's got to heal up, and that will be it. Niwa failed at the final hurdle, and Rejects survived. They go through to the semi-finals.
They pull it together in the end. Nice little garnish there from Reject. And I gotta, give compliments to the chef. Whoever cooked up this draft did a great job. I feel like the only solution to this was, before we even moved into the pick phase, just ban the Poco. Because once the Poco and B is here, then what are really your responses? Well, they're gonna go Frank. So do I run something anti-Frank? Can I run anti-tank into this B? Not like as successfully, so I gotta pick it. But then I'm feeding the stuff to the Poco and I'm weak to the B. Reject checkmated them.
Well, Reddy, we got your assessment of the draft. I'm glad to hear it's positive, but Ark, we've been turning to you time and again to hear what you think of the draft. Did they pull it together for this one? Were they able to execute, in your opinion?
Really like the Poker pick. I love the Stu pick. I think that for me is the brawler, which if you can bring in a hot zone, it can really be a problem, because if you're just dashing around constantly healing up along the way, you're playing the objective better than anyone. And if you're able to stay standing, Shu is a tremendous Stu as well. Like in this region, he's renowned for it. And against the Frank, where you can really kind of like just continuously earn that super, you're not really necessarily going to deal the most amount of damage to the Frank, but your job is to really just be present in the moment, and that's going to in turn bring the objective. Definitely some moments where Rejects looked a little bit shaky, and there was definitely an opening. I think for many was not on their bingo card today. So you got to hand it to Niwa. That was the match that I said could have been actually a bit closer than many of us were actually thinking. We looked very united in our predictions, but that was the one that I had some reservations on. And it served to be as exciting as it was. We're still not done yet for the quarterfinals. You got to remember that we got Zeta Division up next versus Team S2, and I cannot wait to see Zeta Division back in their home region for all intents and purposes, because this is where they've had the most success in the add to the list. That's the question.
I couldn't have teed it up better myself, Ark. Thank you. When we come back from this quick break, we've got that very last match of our quarterfinals today, and we're getting into the semis and finals. Lots of exciting Brawl Stars left. We'll see you in a sec. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Brawl Stars Championship East Asia Monthly Finals. It's our first one of the season, and it has been a ripper so far. We're about to get into our fourth and final match of the quarterfinals, but it's only getting more exciting here on out. We've got Zeta Division versus S2. We've swapped up our casters once again. Welcome back, Trap. How's it been in the spectator seat?
I mean, it was quite the game to spectate. I will say I'm a little bit jealous of the casters who actually got to do it, to be honest, because first 3-2 of the day, and it was a great game. Almost saw the comeback from Niwa, but just wasn't meant to be for them, sadly.
Well, you've got a great match ahead, too, and it's going to be Zeta Division versus S2, like I said. Diving into Zeta Division, though, we took a little closer look at them than some other teams at the beginning of the day. We're going to take a close look at them again now, Ark, because they're so worth it, and there's so much to see here.
I honestly cannot wait to see Zeta back in East Asia. I mean, it does help, doesn't it, when you've got someone like Shitampo on your team that's got, 18 monthly final wins to his name, the most of any player in this region, by the way. It really does make a big difference. But, heavily contrasted, though, by Suzuki and Levi's amounts. Suzuki's got 1 and Levi's got 3. But, I mean, this was the big story, wasn't it? When we heard that Shitampo was going to be parting ways, and we're still unsure as to how this is actually going to fare. Yes, Zeta Division is an org that's produced 3 world champion rosters in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Of course, in